All right, guys, today we're going to do a little leg workout. Today we're going to be needing a mat and whatever dumbbells you got laying around. And we'll also be using a step. All right, we are first going to start off with a little warm-up, 25 jumping jacks, 25 squats, 25 lunges, 25 mountain climbers. All right, here we go. All right, and squats. So these we can do regular, wide, close, or a variation of all. We can start off smaller and get deeper as we get a little bit more warm. So again, this is just the warm up. I'm gonna go do some sumos for the last 10. Notice I don't come up all the way. I never let my legs lock out. Lost count, but that's about 10 right there. Now we're gonna do alternating lunges, okay? So posterior, meaning that leg is coming back, alternating to your pace. Around 25 of them, just to get a good little warm up. Five more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Last one will be mountain climbers on my mat. So in that plank position, here we go. All right, now I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna push back into the yoga position, down dog. And I'm gonna stay and just stretch here a moment. I wanna press through my shoulders and feel this in my upper back, as well as letting my heels relax down and feeling it all the way down the backs of my legs. Take a deep breath in, walk your hands up, pause here another moment, bend down, relax the neck, and bend those knees and come up slowly. Make sure we're not dizzy. Okay, we're gonna start off with a little bit of cardio. Mix between upper body and lower body. Okay, I'm gonna grab my timer right here. That for 30 seconds. We're gonna start off with skaters. So those are those lateral kind of curtsy-led motion, but we're gonna go fast. So it's gonna go like this. All right, at your own pace. Here we go. And I like to touch my opposite hand by my toe just to kind of give me a reference point and make sure that I'm moving all the way down. If you need, you can stay upright like this and just tap, or you can go all the way down. Whatever your body feels like. After this, we're gonna move straight into push-ups. Okay, so on your mat, 30 seconds of them, I'm gonna start them up and do full push-ups. And if I need to, I'm gonna drop to my knees so I can finish the time. 30-second push-up, here we go. Make sure core is tight. Do not drop those hips. All right, and come up. The next ones we have, what did I, oh, squat jumps, awesome. Partial squat, jump up, slow down. Make sure we balance on our toes and come back lightly, not pounding on our heels. All right, here we go. Squat down, up. Next thing we're gonna do is move over to some dips on the bench, some tricep dips. So when we talk about dips, we want to keep our bottom as close as we can to the bench. You never want to be out here, okay? You want to be as close as to the bench. You want your hands right by your hips, and we don't want those elbows to wing out. We want to be up tall, squeezing those elbows back, having a slight bend in the knees, having them straight, having them all the way bent. Those are all modifications that you can do, okay? I'm gonna start out here, 30 seconds. So notice you don't have to go all the way down. Do what your body feels. This does put a lot of pressure on the shoulder. So what feels best for me is the lowest I like to go is keeping my elbows parallel with my shoulder. If I go too much lower, rising my shoulders, raising my elbows above my shoulders, puts too much pressure. One more. All right. Go and breathe, arms up, do a little tick-tock, do a little swan dive down, touch your toes, relax the head. We're gonna do that all one more time. All right, so we'll go through the skaters, do the push-ups, the squat jumps, to the dips. All right, here we go. Okay, shoes coming in tight here. Go and take a moment. We're gonna now be going to our mats, doing those push-ups. Okay. Again, modify your push-ups as you need. Okay, here we go. Okay, take a moment. Make sure the blood's in the brain. Squat jumps. Okay, this time I'm gonna do a little variation. I'm gonna do frog squat jumps. So I'm gonna have a wider stance, have a slight bend in my knees, and I'm gonna have my hands down here when I come up. just like a frog. When I come up, just bring those arms up. Frog jumps. Here we go. All right. And last but not least, got our dips. "30 seconds. Here we go. Making sure those elbows stay back, squeeze together. All right. Great job, guys. Okay, good. Take a break. Grab some water. Okay. So now we're gonna go ahead and grab some weights. Grab some, medium to heavy-ish weights. We're mostly going to be holding them as a weight for our leg workout, for our leg exercises, but we're going to do a couple moves where we're going to be pressing upwards. So for the first ones, grab some medium weights. So maybe not your lightest, maybe your 10s, maybe your 8s. Grab an 8s, okay? And so our first move is we're going to do front squats. So hands together, feet are about hip width apart, and we're slightly sitting back in a chair, but I'm also bending a lot through my knees, putting all of the pressure and tension in my quads. So pressing a lot through the toes. If you don't have any knee problems, if this hurts your knees, then we'll just do regular sitting back squats, okay? So holding your weights out, notice your core work, okay? 45 seconds, knees up front. Here we go. Notice I don't come up all the way. I only come up, leave about 10% left of that squat movement. Leave that tension in those quads. Good. Almost there. Slow and control. Notice we're slowing things back down. A good warm up. One more and relax. Okay. The next ones, we're gonna do that wide sumo squat. I'm gonna hold my weights out front and I'm gonna bend down, bring them down, but then as I come up, I'm gonna do a bicep curl and push up. Notice that I'm keeping the weights squeezed together, okay? So the full motion looks like this, bending down. As I come up, bicep curl, press up. So go ahead and do a few. One thing I want you to be aware of is never lock those knees out. Always have a slight bend. So I'm sitting back in that chair, coming down, pressing up. All right, 45 seconds. Here we go. Weight in those heels. Make sure those knees do not roll in. Squeeze the glutes so they come out. One more. Okay. Set those weights down. Take a moment. We're now going to do step ups. So this step up is going to look like this. I'm going to step up with my right, and then I'm going to step down, left hitting first, that's close to the step, and I'm going to shoot that right leg back into a lunge. Okay, so that's one. We're going to do 10 on each leg. So stepping up with my right, down with the left, shooting that right leg back. 1, 2. So right, left, right, back. Right, left, right, back. Right, left, right, back. Right, left, right, back. I think that's about 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And switch legs. Do a little bend down if you need, do a little stretch. So now my left is gonna come up first, right will come down close to the step, and my left is gonna shoot back up. So left, right down, left back. Left up, right down, left back. Left, right, left. And we're marching. Hello, everyone. Notice your arms can come into play however they feel comfortable. You can grab some weights. For now, I'm not using any, as this is enough. If I have a high enough step, if I had a lower step, I would possibly grab some weights. One more. All right, take a break. Next, we are going to let the legs relax. We're gonna do some push-ups. Yay. Or we're gonna do some modified push-ups. I'm gonna do them on the bench, so they're elevated. 10 of them right here. Good form. Okay. 1, 2. One thing that helps me when I do push-ups is even though I'm using my upper body to propel me, I squeeze my buns and my thighs, which keeps my core tight and actually transfers more energy to my upper body. 2 more. And up. All right, nice. Go and take a drink. All right, I'm a little warmed up. I'm gonna grab my whopping 12 pounders here. We're gonna run through all of those exercises again. So first are our front squats. We're gonna hold the weight out front, activating that core. Okay, so feet smaller than hip width, or about hip width apart, toes slightly outward, and sitting straight down and coming up. Again, this is more of a partial squat. I'm not coming all the way up. I want that tension to stay in my quads. And my weight is actually more transferred in my forefoot and toes than in my heels like a normal squat, because I want that tension in my thighs. Again, really squeezing that core. Three more. 2 more. 1 more. Relax down. Roll those shoulders out. Now for our sumo squat with that bicep curl to push press. Okay. Weights in the front. Stick them together. I'm gonna come down, curl, press. Down, Again, keeping that slight bend in those knees. Thinking about my glutes and activating those as I come up. Great job. Making sure we're not leaning back when we press that weight up. Three more. Great job. Those weights down. All right. Next movement we have are those step ups to lunge backs. When you're ready, head to your step, your bench. Again, if you want to grab some weights, have a lower bench, or you're feeling extra strong today. Today I'm just using my body weight. Feel free. Feel free. Here we go. 10 of them. Right up, left down, right back. Right up, left down, right back. Up, left down, back. 2 more. Great. Now we'll switch to that left leg. Take a moment, shake those legs out, get the brain transferred. Doing the left side. All right, so now left up. This always feels weird the first time. Left up, right down, left back. Left, right, left, 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 right, left, left, right, left, halfway. Two more. Good. Woo. One more. And always go at your own pace, guys. You know, I'm moving fast. Feel free to pause. Do your 10 on each side, unpause. All right. Now for our push-ups. Okay. This time, we're only gonna do 5 push-ups, but when we push up, we are going to do a mountain climber. So we're gonna push up, mountain climb with both legs. Push up, mountain climb with both legs. Okay, here we go. Push up, mountain climb. Push and climb. Push and climb. Push and climb. One more. Push and climb. And climb all the way up. All right, let's do a little mini down dog, get a little stretched out. So come all the way down, jump halfway back, press back into down dog. Let those shoulders, let that chest really try to reach for those knees. Pressing that through the shoulder blades. And turning your pelvis upward. All right, jump up, come up slowly, hands together, feet together, looking back, leaning back slightly to a comfortable, and come up. Great job. We're gonna do all that one more time. All right, here we go. Front squats, grabbing my weights, putting them together. Okay, feet together, weight shifted more up front, and squat. So these you can either hold all the way close to your body. I hold them out about, I don't know, 5-6 inches from the top of my chest just to add that core work. The further we bring this lever away from our body. It's making me activate my core. Good. 10 more seconds. One more. Hold, hold, end up slow. Okay, shake it out and breathe. Now for those sumos with bicep curl to push press. Okay, together again. Coming down, bicep up. So keeping that head neutral with the body, never crinked up or never tucked. You want it neutral with that spine. Five more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And set those bad boys down. Great job. Okay. Next, we'll move over to our bench, to our step ups. Okay. Move these back. Don't want any at-home hazard falls here. All right. We're gonna bring that right up, left down, right back. Right up, left down, right back. Right up, left down. As you get comfortable with these, notice what your joints and your hips and your knees are doing, and pay attention to the muscles around, squeezing those muscles and having control like I just didn't have. But I notice when I come up, my knee's kind of wobbly, so I really I squeeze that glute. When I come down, I notice my ankle instability, so I'm aware of those calf muscles. So just kind of think about little things like that. One more. As you go through exercises and as you get comfortable, you want to think about the muscles you're working and activating and squeezing, making sure they're in the right positioning. All right, left leg. Here we go. Left leg up, right down, left back. Left up, right down, left back. Left, right, left. Left, right, left. Three more. 3, 2, woo. And as you get fatigued, muscles get fatigued, stabilizers get fatigued, and you lose your balance. Great job, guys. All right. Last push-ups. We got 10 of them, and we have the mountain climbers mixed in. So we're gonna do that push-up, mountain climb, okay? You can choose to bring those knees out to the elbow or in between your arms. I like bringing them outward, really activating the side of my body. 2, so push up, mountain climb. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Climb all the way up. Great job. Okay, grab a drink of water. Move to our next series of exercises. We are going to Start off with some curtsy lunges. So this time, very similar to the skaters, those curtsy lunges, but we're gonna stay on one leg, okay? So that's gonna look like this. I'm gonna turn kind of sideways so I can see the clock, and I feel like it's a better angle for you guys. So I'm gonna balance on my right leg. I'm gonna put the weight in my glute and in my right heel, and I'm gonna swoop that foot behind me, making that knee come out and squeezing that right glute to propel me upward, okay? Just like that. So same leg. Here we go. Really squeezing that glute to bring you up. Keeping core tight. I am holding some weight. You can do it without weight. Please don't round your back though. Keep everything tight and squeeze back. You can even add in a little shoulder squeeze at the end, a little shoulder blade squeeze to activate that upper back as well. Full body workout here, guys. Left leg. Weight in the left heel. Come up. Good job. Flat back. Notice I'm never actually fully putting any weight on my right. I'm just tapping that toe for balance. So keeping that left leg really activated. And up. All right. Now we're gonna do some Roman deadlifts. We're gonna do single leg though. But when I do these, I'm gonna keep my back toe behind. So I'm gonna have a slight bend. So I'm gonna do my left leg. I'm gonna keep a slight bend in my knee. I'm gonna put my weight in my heel, and I'm pivoting all through my hip. So keeping my knee at the same slight bend. I never bend my knee. And I'm just going to come down to the shin and come up. So keeping that flat back. I also call these woodpeckers because it's like I'm bending down, bringing my nose down, coming up, but I'm keeping everything. The only part I'm moving is that hip joint, okay? So I leave that back toe planted. You can do them full single leg if you want. One more. So what you really want to focus on is sticking those glutes out. All right, so right leg, hinging through just my right, coming up, keeping the same little bend in my knee, but I'm not moving it. It's a static hold. I'm just hinging with that flat back. Good. Let's do 5 more. 5. And notice these are slower. For the bigger glutes and hamstring muscles, when we do these deadlift exercises, you want them to be a little slower and controlled. Not when we're using heavy weight though. Okay, now we're gonna do burpees. This type of burpee though, gonna come down, I'm gonna use my weights, I'm gonna come down, plant those, I'm gonna jump back, I'm gonna come up, plant my feet, keeping a slight bend in my knees and dragging those weights up with that flat back. So it's a reverse Roman deadlift. So here's the full action. So bringing it down, up, back, coming up slowly. Weight in the heel, squeezing the glutes. Here we go. 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. You should feel this in your low back as well. One more. And up slow. Good. All right. Set those weights down a minute. We're going to get on our mat. We're going to do V-ups. So what that looks like, I'm going to lay on my back. Bring my arms back. Okay. Up. I'm going to come all the way up, propelling with my hands as much as I can. Okay? So another step is to bringing legs all the way down and up as so. But the key is to not let your back arch. So that's why I automatically start with my legs up here, because my core is not strong enough to have them all the way down here and my back will be arched. So you want that low back pressed into the mat the entire time. It should never lift up. Okay? So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Now I'm going to grab one of my 10-pound, or 10, this is my 12-pound, whatever weight you would like, and I'm going to go all the way back. I'm going to go to a crunch and then stand up. But I'm going to use this weight to propel me up, but still using my core and my legs. So crunching up, forward, and back. Notice I have a little bit of a wider stance to help propel me up, but then also to make sure my knees don't roll in, okay? So here we go. You're gonna sit down, back, let that weight come back, propelling yourself up, pushing forward, pushing that weight through those knees, okay? Woo. Getting fatigued, guys. Good. Using that weight to propel you up, I throw it between my knees, use my glutes to bring me up. 3 more. 2. 1 more. All right, great job. Okay, set that weight down, grab a little bit of water. All right, back to those curtsy lunges, those single leg woodpeckers. Grabbing my weights. All right, so right leg again, balancing on my right, okay? Bringing that left leg back and around and just tapping, really keeping that tension in that right leg. Again, never locking those knees out. Very rarely should you ever lock your knees out. They should always have a slight bend in them, especially when you're standing. 1 more. All right, left leg. Weight in the heel, core tight. One more. Okay. Roll those shoulders out. Now I'm gonna transfer that weight into my front leg. Set this one slightly behind, making sure that you have a slight bend in the knee, but that it stays static. I flex my back, arch my back, flatten it, I should say, and drag those weights down. 1. We're gonna do 10. 2. As you can see and probably feel, this is a great one for balance. Keeping that flat back. And I only go to about my mid shin. I don't go down all the way. Because once I go down too far, my back will start to round, which defeats the purpose of the exercise. One more. Great. And switch legs. Slight bend in that knee. My left leg is a little less sturdy than my right. You may have the same issue. Good, one more. Okay. Now for those burpees with the stiff leg deadlift, reverse coming up. All right, so coming down, out, up, plant those feet, weight in my heels, slight bend in my knees, flat back, dragging those legs up. That was 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Ditching those weights, coming down to your mat for 10 of those V-ups. So again, keeping my back flat into the ground, never letting it arch. Hands above the head, helping them up to your ankles. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One thing you guys want to focus on during exercises is that while this is predominantly a core exercise, I'm still wanting to have strong flexed arms and strong back, squeezing that and having all of those muscles activated as it does transfer to propel you up, but then also makes you work more muscles. Call it multitasking. All right, grab that weight. I'm gonna widen up my legs because as I come up, I push through the knees. So I'm gonna bring my body back, let this come all the way behind me and throw it forward and up. 1, 2, 3. The next step, when you have this exercise down, is your breath. So inhaling as I come down, exhaling, inhaling as I bring the weight back and let it all out as I come up. 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. One more. Weight out front, back, and up. Whew. Those are hard. All right, guys. Do one more little down dog. We'll do a little chaturanga, little yoga term for you. So these are great to do in between, before, after exercises. I'm gonna come down Bend my knees, place my hands on the ground, jump slightly back, push back into down dog. Stay here a moment. Now I'm going to come forward into plank. The full motion is keeping my elbows squeezed into my sides. As I lower myself down, I tuck my toes, and then I press up into chaturanga, or into up dog. Notice my thighs are not touching the ground, but there's plenty of modifications. So to finish this, I'm going to tuck my toes back under. I'm going to swoop down into that plank, push up, push back into down dog, while making sure to keep my core tight and not stressing the back at all whatsoever. The modification of this is coming into down dog, coming forward into plank, dropping to those knees, coming down slowly. My elbows are never out. They are stuck into my side. So coming down slowly to my belly, bringing my legs close together as possible, and pressing upward through the back. So my hands can be right by my side and not activated, or I can have them out front, pressing up to whatever is comfortable to you and what your body wants to do at the time. I'm going to breathe out and come down. Put my hands back by my sides, tuck my toes under, pushing back up into modified plank, coming up on my toes, and pushing back into down dog. Now I'm going to bend my knees, jump back up, come up slowly, keeping head down, making sure all the blood is back in the brain. Bring the arms up, do a little tick-tock. That was it for today. Go ahead and do some more stretching, some mobility work if you please. Otherwise, great job, guys. I know I'm nice and sweaty. I hope you have as good a workout as I did. Until next time. Get it here, functional fitness, promotion.